guys. So we are back with another song by Eminem. Which one we doing today?
Today we are doing Business. Do you know this?
No.
So I honestly, I'll be surprised if you don't recognize it when we start playing it. It was
Okay.
a single off the album. There's a music video and everything.
Hmm.
So we'll see if you recognize it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine anything.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. It's in the description below. And it's You're with Smith, the Youre.
yes.
No, there you go.
Marshall, sounds like an SOS. Holy whack, unlyrical lyrics, Andre. You're fucking right. To the rap mobile. Let's go. Bitches and gentlemen, it's showtime. Hurry, hurry, step right up. Introducing the star of our show. His name is You wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. So without further ado, I bring to you. You about to witness hip-hop in its most purest, most rawest form, flow, almost flawless, most hardest, most honest, known artist. Chip off the old block, but old Doc is back. Looks like Batman brought his own Robin. Oh God, Saddam's got his own Laden. With his own private plane, his own pilot. Set to blow college, dome room doors off the hinges. Oranges, peach, pears, plums, oranges. Yeah, here I come, I'm inches away from you, dear, fear none. Hip-hop is in a state of 911, so
All right. Close it right before the chorus.
I never heard this before.
Really? That's so funny.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that I don't even recognize a single thing.
Interesting. So I don't know if you would pick up on there's a lot of allusions to the old Batman show.
I could tell that in the beginning
Yeah, so he even says
to
that.
the rap mobile. I was like, oh,
Yes.
okay.
So specifically the Adam West one. So Adam
Adam
West.
Weeks.
Yeah. So you know Adam West from Family Guy.
Yeah,
He,
that's the only reason why I know it.
yes. So he used to be Batman on TV, and
Okay.
like the whole it was like kind of corny and campy, but this is all the shit he's making allusions to. So you hear
Okay.
Dr. Dre say Marshall, it sounds like an SOS, and then he says, "Holy whack, unlyrical lyrics, Andre, you're fucking right."
It's funny
Yeah,
too.
so he's talking like the way Robin did. And it's
Okay.
interesting because he's even acknowledging that Dr. Dre is Batman and he's his Robin, so he's Dr. Dre's sidekick, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. He says to the Rapmobile, let's go. Like you picked up on to play on
Yeah, the
Rapmobile.
Batmobile.
Yeah. Then he says, bitches and gentlemen, it's showtime. Hurry, hurry, step right up. Introducing the star of our show. His name is Marshall.
Mm.
So, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. So without further ado, I bring you Marshall. So I love the way he comes in, like lyrically. I feel like he was always awesome at rapping, lyrically,
Yeah.
everything. But I feel like on this album, he really hit his stride with like his different cadences and everything. So this
Okay.
to me is a perfect example. So he starts off saying, "You're about to witness hip hop in its most purest, most rawest form, flow almost flawless.
Almost.
Yes. Most hardest, most honest, known artist, chip off the old block, but old Doc is back." So Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre is back. But yeah, so like we just heard, the way he rhymed all those purest, rawest, flawless,
Yeah, that
hardest,
was cool.
yeah,
Like
it's
the
sick.
is
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah, so he says, but old Doc is back. Looks like Batman brought his own Robin. So like I was just saying,
Yeah.
oh God, Saddam's got his own Laden. So Saddam Hussein.
And Bin Laden.
Yeah, so Osama bin Laden, which again, this album was, I think, what did we say, 2002? So, it's after 9/11, so the terrorism theme, it's very big on this album.
Yeah.
Um, so Saddam has got his own Laden with his own private plane, his own pilot, set to
Nice.
blow college dorm room doors off the hinges.
So random.
Yeah,
Why
so
is he thinking everyone's gonna be playing it in their dorm
yeah,
rooms?
so there's a
Okay.
little play there. So blow college dorm room doors off the hinges, meaning, they're going to love his music. But he
Mm-hmm.
follows the blow line after he was just talking about bin Laden and Saddam, and they have their own plane and pilot, and then blow. So it's like kind of an allusion to like the terrorist attacks. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even think
His
of
own
that.
private plane, his own pilot set to blow, and then he goes to college.
Interesting. What's with the fruit?
So then he says, doors off the hinges, and then he rhymes oranges, famously. They say there's no rhyming for it.
Oh, that does actually rhyme perfectly.
Yeah, the way he says it,
Hinges and
and then
oranges.
he goes oranges, peach, pears, plums. So because he rhymed
And
orange,
syringes.
yes, he follows with the other fruits, and then he goes syringes, vim vim, yeah,
Those do rhyme.
yeah, no,
Like, really.
yeah. And then he says, "Yeah, here I come. I'm inches away from you, dear. Fear none." So again, it's that like they're superheroes. You know what I mean? They're rescuing people. So dear, fear none. Hip
Hmm.
hop is in a state of 911. So
Okay.
they're the superheroes coming to rescue the hip hop game from
Interesting.
Holy Whack on lyrics. Right here.
To 911, so let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut the shit down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah. Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut the shit down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah. We gotta move fast, gotta perform miracles. G Willikers, Dre, holy bad syllables. Look at all the bullshit that goes on in Gotham when I'm going. Time to get rid of these rap criminals. So skip to your loo while I do what I do best. You ain't even impressed no more. You're used to it. Flows too wet. Nobody close to it. Nobody says it, but still everybody knows the shit. The most hated on out of all those who say they get hated on in 80 songs and exaggerate it all so much they make it all up. There's no such thing like a female with good looks who cooks and cleans. It just means so much more. There's so much more people when you're rapping and you know what for. The show must go on. So I'd like to welcome y'all to Marshall and Andre's Carnival. Come on now, let's
I want to go to the carnival.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny because the beat really does kind of bring that out for me, at least the down 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 down, like it kind
That
of
sounds
makes
like a
me.
lot of the other
Mhm.
Dr. Dre songs that you
Yes,
played for me.
yeah, Dr. Dre,
And
Eminem,
again, that also goes back to like the Addams Family, Beetlejuice, and that whole vibe. It just makes me think of it every single
yeah,
time.
that's funny.
Like someone like creeping down the stairs or something,
Yeah,
but in like a jokey horror way, not like actually scary.
so I actually don't know. I'm assuming Dr. Dre produced this because he's got a lot of vocals on this track, but on this album, Eminem really started to do his own production too,
Hmm.
which he's obviously a student of Dr. Dre, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
So it's
probably worked
very,
together.
yeah. So the chorus is, let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. Let's shut the shit down on these clowns. Can I get a witness?
And I don't recognize the chorus either. I just never heard this
That's
song.
that's so interesting. So I'm not sure if
Well, what year was this?
2002.
It was 10.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if when he says shut the shit down on these clowns, if that's a shot at Insane Clown Posse. It could be.
Probably.
Yeah, it could be.
Because he took a lot of shots at them in his earlier work, so like, why not?
Yes, and they paint their faces up like clowns.
Yeah, that's a weird. They have like a cult following, right?
So the government actually classified them as like
A
a
cult,
a gang or
a
a terrorist
gang,
organization, maybe.
terrorist.
Yeah, one or the other. I forget which one it is.
Are they real? What do they?
No,
What
they're
is?
not. They just fucking love Insane Clown Posse and they like wrestling and Fago and they have the big Juggalo Fest every year. I forget what it is. What it's
Can
called.
we watch?
Yeah, I'm sure we could see it.
Like, I don't want to go, but I want to watch.
Yeah.
I want to like hide and
Yeah.
watch what happens.
Yeah. It'd be
Right?
interesting.
Yeah.
So he starts the second verse. He says, quick, gotta move fast, gotta perform miracles. G Willikers Dre, holy bat syllables. Look at all the bullshit that goes on in Gotham when I'm gone. Time to get rid of these rap criminals. So again,
Fake rappers and bad rappers.
Yes, and he's keeping with the theme of them being superheroes that are here to rescue the rap industry and arrest the rap criminals. And it says, when they're not around, Gotham, obviously Gotham City
Yeah,
from Batman.
of course.
So the city goes to shit when they're
Which
not
is
around.
technically Manhattan, right?
I think it's
It's
loosely based
based
off
on
of it. It's a fictional
Manhattan.
version of it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Um, it says, so skip to your loo while I do what I do best. You ain't even impressed no more. You're used to it. So, he's just saying he's just at such a high level all the time that it's not even that impressive anymore because it's
Yeah,
just
because
so
it's
common
just
with him.
common. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, flows too wet. Nobody close to it. So the way he says it, they
Yeah, wet
rhyme.
and wet.
Yeah. Nobody says it, but still everybody knows the shit. The most hated on out of all those who say they get hated on in 80 songs and exaggerated all so much.
Does that mean he's done 80 songs up until this song? Like, did he count?
No, so I think
Oh,
he's saying, so he says most hated on out of all of those who say they get hated on in 80 songs and exaggerated all so much. So I think he's saying that the people are the person that he's critiquing is always saying they're getting hated on, and they've had 80 songs talking about it.
okay.
Yeah. So this is another one. I don't know if this is a shot at Fred Durst. He has a diss song called Girls. That's a diss. Eminem has a diss song to Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst, and he has the same line in there, like about how Fred Durst is always saying, "Oh, people are always hating on him," and Eminem's like, "Oh no, people just don't like you. It's not because you're some tough guy that people like to hate on. So it follows up. They make it all up. There's no such thing. Like a female with good looks who cooks and cleans, which is very funny. Yeah, it's very funny though. It just means so much more to so much more people when you're rapping and you know what for. So, you know why you're rapping.
Yeah.
The show must go on, so I'd like to welcome y'all to Marshall and Andre's Carnival. Come
I
on,
want to
man.
go to the carnival.
Yes. So,
I want to go.
Carnival. Come on. Now let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut the shit down on these clowns. Can I get a witness? Hell yeah. Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut the shit down on these clowns. Can I get a witness? Hell yeah. It's just like old times. The dynamic duo, two old friends. Why panic? You already know. Fully capable. The two Cape heroes. Dial straight down the center 800. You can even call collect. The most feared duet since me and Elton play career Russian roulette. And never even see me blink or get the bus in a sweat. People stepping over people just a rush of the set just to get to see an MC who breathes so freely. Ease over these beats and be so breezy. Jesus, how can shit be so easy? How can one Chandra be so leavy? Turn on these beats, MCs don't see me. Believe me, BET and MTV are gonna grieve when we leave dog for sheezy. Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. Till we grow beards, get weird and disappear into the mountains. Nothing but clowns down here, but we ain't fucking around here. Yo, Dre, what up? Can I get a hell?
I love that verse.
There are definitely some pop references that I don't get.
Yeah, we'll get into them. I actually remember a few of them. So he starts the third verse. It's just like old times, the dynamic duo, two old friends. Why panic? You already know who's fully capable, the two caped heroes. So the caped
Oh,
heroes.
that's a good one. I
Yeah.
missed that.
Dial straight down the center, 800.
What's
So
that?
like so the center of the
Phone.
yeah, so 800. And then it says you can even call collect. So like again, it's an
Oh, like
illusion.
1-800?
Yeah, so it's like the illusion to like Batman, like the bat signal, call Batman for help.
Oh,
So
like
he's
calling
saying
them is
you can call them, you
800.
could even call them collect. Yeah, like an 800 number. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's funny.
Yeah. He says you can even call collect. And then he says the most feared duet since me and Elton played career Russian roulette.
When, like how we talked about it when he performed it.
The
Performed
Grammys.
Stan, yeah.
Yes, him and
That's
Elton.
funny.
Yeah. So he's saying him and Dre are the most feared duet since Eminem and
Elton
Elton.
and Eminem. Of
Yes.
course, he's in both. He's
Yeah.
a member of both
Yeah,
duets.
that's really funny. Um, yes, and he says, and never see me blink or get to bust in a sweat. People stepping over people just to rush to the set,
Interesting.
just to get to see an MC who breathes so freely, ease over these beats, and be so breezy. Though what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, the way it sounds is so fucking good on this. Like when he was rapping it, like the flow and everything.
Yeah.
He says, Jesus, how can shit be so easy? How can one Chandra be so Levy? So Chandra Levy, you don't remember her?
No, now I'm forgetting. Was it
So
Should I Know?
maybe, maybe not. So Chandra Levy was an intern for a politician whose name was Gary Condit. And in 2001, she went missing. And she was his intern. She went missing. They couldn't find her body. Ultimately, they ended up finding it. But Gary Condit, the congressman, was getting pressed because it was like that they
Was that
had
the one who went missing right before this?
9/11.
I was gonna say before. What's her name?
Uh,
Um, Monica Lewinsky.
well, Monica Lewinsky didn't go missing.
No, before the scandal. Like we watched the Monica Lewinsky show. You remember how one of the people who was with Clinton, he like did something. Oh no, he killed himself. Okay, wrong
Are you
person.
thinking of the guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
thinking of
So
something.
so the crazy thing about this was 2001,
Okay.
and he
I
was a
was too young to really.
yeah, so he was a congressman. I actually remember it was on the news all the time. And then it's funny, Adam Carolla says that the 9/11 did most favors to Gary Condit because it wiped it off the face of the
Oh
fucking
yeah, like
news.
no one's talking about it anymore. No
It
one
turned
cared.
it turns out that it wasn't him. They actually did find out it was somebody else that killed her. Years later, yeah, they did find out about that. But whatever. So she went missing. She was murdered. So he's just playing on her name. Her name was Chandra Levy. He said, "How can one Chandra be so Levy?" I know. He's just playing on her name. So yeah, that was that reference. Um, turn on these beats. MCs don't see me. So he's saying, once he gets on the mic, nobody's as good as him. They can't see him. They're not touching him. Believe me, BET and MTV are gonna grieve when we leave Dog for Sheezy.
Why are they leaving?
He says they're gonna grieve when they leave.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like when they leave, like
Oh, like
when they
in the
retire.
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then it says, can't leave rap alone. The game needs me. So I personally am so Jay-Z says that line on one of his songs. Eminem says it, I think, in another one of his songs. I don't know who said it first, but whatever. That's a phrase that you hear in hip hop.
After the video that we watched of Jay-Z, Eminem probably said it
It
first.
could be, maybe. Yeah, can't leave rap alone. The game needs me. Till we grow beards, get weird, and disappear into the
Get weird.
mountains. Yeah, so it's funny so I believe that's an allusion to Bin Laden. You know what I mean? So, because that's what he did. He went to the mountains, he grew his beard out.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he's in the same song. I mean, he did make a reference to them being like Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden
Yeah.
earlier, but they're also
Makes
saying,
sense that he's saying it
but they're
again.
also saying the whole song is that they're the good guys. Do you know what I mean? They're Batman and Robin. So
Yeah.
it's pretty funny that he goes both there. But yeah, get weird and disappear into the mountains. Nothing but clowns down here, but we ain't fucking around round here.
So when he says clowns, is he talking about the insane clown people again?
So maybe, or
Are
sh
they from the mountains?
so they're from just outside of Detroit, but
Is there mountains there?
no, not in Detroit. So
I don't know.
the clowns it's definitely meant as like like a universal, like somebody that's like a jerk, whatever it is that
Yeah,
they
like
suck,
or like an
clown in
idiot,
that way.
like a
I,
loser.
it could be a subliminal or an open diss to the Insane Clown Posse as well. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Don't know
He
what
probably
was
is.
in his mind when he was writing this, but just clowns in general.
I feel
He's
like if
saying,
he's mentioning clowns, that's like what goes through his mind.
yeah, it could be. And then he says, but we ain't fucking around here. And then there's just a little bit more, so we'll let this play out.
We ain't fucking around round here, yo Dre. what up? Can I get a hell? Now let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut this shit down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah! Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. We shut this shit down on these clowns, and I get a witness. Hell yeah! So there you have it, folks. Has come to save the day. Back with his friend Andre, and to remind you the dues you just not pay. Because and Andre are here to stay and never go away until our dying day, until we're old and gray. So until next time, friends, same blonde hair, same rap channel. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Your host for the evening. Oh.
So there was in that last little outro part, there was like a few references again to the Batman show.
Yeah,
Um,
I picked that up.
yeah, when he said, let's see, I'm forgetting exactly what they are. So when he says to remind you that bullshit does not pay, it's like a play on crime doesn't pay, you
Okay.
know. And then he says like the same rap channel, you know, it's like next time, you know, like at the end of shows back in the
Yeah,
day,
like
be like
until
same
next
time, same
time.
place, same channel. So yeah, that was that little allusion there. All right. So business. What are your thoughts since it's your first time?
Yeah, right. So it's really good. A lot of the raps were really good. Like I like how he figured out how to rhyme oranges.
Yeah.
Like that's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's pretty cool. I guess I'm surprised that it was such a big song and I never heard it before.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think it's really good. It's a pretty good song. I like the beat.
Yeah. Beats
Very
awesome.
fun. It's like dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
No, I mean, I love the song. It's funny. This is when I listen to this album, I don't think of this as one of my favorite songs, but every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Like the rhymes are sick. His flow is crazy. You know, he gets into like this crazy groove that like I feel like nobody else rhymes like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like where he's not just like he's just rhyming. It's not like always the exact word.
Yeah, it's like a
Like it's
unique.
not always the last word, I guess is what I'm
Yeah, no, his enunciation, the where the rhymes are happening within the song, you know, it's
Yeah.
yeah, and then his flow, the just everything about it. The beat, obviously, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It,
for sure.
it
The beat's
sounds like
really
it
good.
sounds like Dr. Dre to me.
Yeah.
Um,
From the other Dr. Dre songs, that's what it sounds like.
yeah. The so yeah, this wasn't the biggest song off the album. You know what I mean?
No.
Like
What's the biggest song of the album?
I guess I would have to say Cleaning Out My Closet
Oh, I know that.
or Sing for the Moment.
I know that.
I probably Clean Out My Closet is bigger. I haven't thought about it or looked it up, but you know.
That makes me think of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so funny. All right.
That was still going for so long.
Oh yeah, there's like 20 something parts or something like that.
And it started getting ridiculous. Like we watched that last one together with the
The
they
Mitch.
prefer to be called little people, right?
Yeah.
There's like a little person and like there's crazy.
Yeah, it's because like every 6 months Joe
It's
Rogan
crazy.
brings it up on his podcast and he plays it. And with Michael K. Williams from The
Yes.
fucking
Oh my God,
Wire,
he
he's in it.
passed,
Yeah, he
right?
did, unfortunately. But yeah, Omar from The Wire is in
Mhm.
that playing the guy that finds him in the cupboard. Yeah. All right.
Good. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll
Yes.
see you guys
See you
tomorrow.
guys soon.
Bye.